tie, 18. Shot, Jordan, Michael Jordan.
In 1982, Michael Jordan led North Carolina to the NCAA title. And when he arrived in the NBA 2 years later, he immediately soared to stardom.
Nothing here. Oh, here comes Mr. Jordan is right.
I came into the league without publicity, but I have to make a name for myself and go out and play hard each time.
Air Jordan would electrify the entire league, and his exploits would become part of NBA lore.
Michael at the foul line, a shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win!
Establishing himself as one of the world's greatest players, Jordan combined his talent with a fierce will to win.
I'm a very competitive person. I mean, I hate to lose. To compete, to win, that's all I live for, really.
Jordan achieved remarkable success as he led the Chicago Bulls to 3 straight NBA titles. But in 1993, he stunned the basketball world.
When I lose the sense of motivation and the sense of to prove something as a basketball player, it's time for me to move away from the game of basketball.
This week on Overtime, the story of Michael Jordan, Part 1.
In the long run, I'll be able to handle myself man to man with almost anyone in the league.
And the Celtics, they have done it again. A spectacular finish.
He was the ABA. He revitalized the NBA.
Presses the inner button in the heart, and all of a sudden he just takes it up.
This man has a smile that lights up a television screen from here to Bangor.
There will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Michael will take it. He's fouled. He scores. Oh, my Michael with his fifth.
Shaq the man, most dominant player in the world.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck. Welcome to Overtime, presented by America Online. When you're talking about Michael Jordan, widely considered the greatest player of all time, one show simply isn't enough to do him justice. So today, we begin our 2-part retrospective on Michael as we span his legendary career. He was selected by the Chicago Bulls with the 3rd pick in the 1984 draft, and he was expected to have an impact. But few could have imagined just how sensational he would be. Here's a look back at Michael the Rookie, who was already becoming a household name.
Fame has indeed come quickly for Michael Jordan, and not without good reason. As a 19-year-old freshman, he buried this game-winning jumper that gave North Carolina the NCAA championship over Georgetown.
Michael Jordan.
He strutted his stuff for the entire world, leading the 1984 U.S. Olympic team to gold, and now Chicago is hoping he'll bring his Midas touch to the Bulls.
I came into the league without publicity, but I have to make a name for myself and go out and play hard each time and work my way up. I can't go out and try to live up to crowd expectations, or I'm just going to mess up my whole total game. So I have to go out and play my natural game. And if we win it, I'm happy. If it pleases the crowd, then I'm happy also.
His first regular season visit to the Big Apple had the New York fans and media buzzing with excitement, as everyone knew Mr. Jordan had arrived.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, Michael.
Thanks. Have a good year. Thank you very much.
Inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, eager fans arrive early to get the best vantage point of Jordan's spectacular pregame warm-ups.
He plays the game with charisma. When he gets his hands on the ball, the fans react, and not too many players in our league can you say that about. think he's going to be the type player like Ernie Banks or Walter Payton that's going to be here for years, and people are going to say, hey, we have a true superstar.
Back in Chicago, Michael Jordan has already pumped new life into the previously troubled Bull franchise. Attendance is up dramatically, not only in Chicago, but wherever the Bulls' traveling roadshow happens to land.
Every place he goes, there's a full house. And we only have two players that come to my mind that pack the houses. Julius Erving in Philadelphia, Larry Bird in Boston. Now we have three.
Well, I think he's probably the most exciting player that's come into this league since probably Dr. J.
And of course, the inevitable comparisons have already begun.
When I first came into professional basketball, I came into the ABA, and there was talk about me being compared to different players at different times. And this is what will happen to Michael as time goes on, but you have to use the existing players and the past players as a standard of measure. And if you're going to talk about somebody, if you're comparing them with good players or players who have done real good things, then it's a compliment to both of them.
Well, it's always a big compliment just to be compared to great players like Dr. J. And I love to have the career that he had, and hopefully I can make a name for myself and not try to live off his name. I think Michael Jordan sounds pretty good to me.
During that first season, basketball was the easy part for Michael. He averaged 28 points per game and was named the NBA's Rookie of the Year. But the whirlwind of attention was a bit tougher to get used to. The player known as Air Jordan said his biggest challenge was simply keeping his feet on the ground. The following season would bring a different challenge, Michael's first real taste of adversity, as you'll see when we come back.
Great first step. Incredible. Indeed. That was remarkable. He is smoking. In fuego. Bumpus. Showtime. Chris Paul. What an electrifying talent. Oh, my.
Comes up with a steal, leads the break. Westbrook the finish. Here comes Ginobili. Nice lead from Parker. Oh, what a move. Where did he find the space to get it off?
After his brilliant rookie season, things couldn't have looked any brighter for Michael Jordan. He'd already won championships in college and the Olympics, and now he was taking the NBA by storm. In 1985, Michael led the Bulls to a fast start. But early in the season, he encountered the first major setback of his career, a broken foot that sent him to the sidelines. Let's pick up the story in this clip from the home video, Come Fly With Me.
Injury. An athlete's worst nightmare. Not even the NBA's most celebrated performer could escape its wrath. In only the third game of his second professional season, Michael would hobble to the bench in great pain. But no one could foresee that almost an entire season would be lost. Trying to adjust was not an easy task.
Mentally, it was very hard for me to deal with because I wanted to get out and play. I was so used to playing whenever I wanted to play. And here I couldn't play because of my injuries.
At first, the 4-week prognosis was something Michael could deal with. But as the weeks turned into months, his frustration mounted with each passing game. The unfamiliar role of bystander had Michael at wit's end, and he needed to find a way to lessen the pain. Seeking comfort, the legendary Tar Heel returned to Chapel Hill. It was in this gym where the rehabilitation process would begin. Michael renewed his fervor for the game as his foot continued to get stronger.
Once I got that confidence and the feeling in the foot was getting stronger as I continued to play, it wasn't nothing anyone could have said that could stop me.
But concerned about re-injury, the Bulls wanted to delay his return. A rigorous training regimen was implemented to secure full recovery. Patiently, Michael waited for his day to come.
Checking into the game for the Bulls. He's back! Number 23, Michael Jordan!
Everybody told me, you're a fool for playing. You should go home and relax and come back next season and see what happens.
There's the double. Jordan,
Michael!
And once I got that opportunity to play, I felt I had to prove to people that I knew what I was doing. I was a competent individual. I wasn't doing anything to jeopardize my career. I really felt that I was healthy, I was back, and I wanted to make the playoffs. I always said that once I'm in Chicago, if I have anything to do with it, to make the playoffs each year.
Dateline, the playoffs. Mighty Boston sought their 16th World Championship. And for one afternoon, the time-honored legacy of Celtic pride would be confronted by the wave of the future. Time restraints were lifted. And Michael would make the most of his opportunity. A constant presence at both ends of the floor, he single-handedly dismantled the Celtic attack. Rendered helpless by his offensive onslaught, the core of the Celtics all tried their hands at stopping him, but without success. Even the most legendary of them all was helpless as Michael continued to score at a frantic pace. Absent for 62 games, Jordan sought retribution for lost time. On the verge of shattering a single-game scoring record, there was nothing that would stand in his way.
Michael on the drive across the lane, turnaround shot, got it! 63 for Jordan! A new NBA record has been set in the Boston Garden.
When I'm on my game, when I'm really on like I was in Boston, I don't think there's too many people that can stop me. I don't think there's anybody that can stop me. And once I got off to a good start, it felt like I couldn't stop. You know, I could run for days.
it, and let the celebrations begin in Chicago. The Bulls are the world champions.
We did it. It's been a long struggle. We're going to be back here next year for another long struggle.
It took Michael Jordan 7 years to win his first NBA championship. And the biggest obstacle was the Detroit Pistons, who defeated the Bulls 3 straight times in the playoffs with their bruising style of basketball. But after putting the Pistons behind them, another rival loomed in the East, the New York Knicks, with a defense just as tough as Detroit's. From the home video, Airtime, here is Michael's second-round showdown against the Knicks in the '92 playoffs.
We just came off a very convincing series against Miami. We thought we could waltz right through New York.
Knicks lead at 4-0.
Yes, sir. Oakley just came over and annihilated Bill Cartwright.
Knicks showing tenacious defense. 3. P.J. Armstrong was spun up that shot. It's a block. That's a violation. It'll be the Knicks ball.
We anticipated playing them a certain way, and they came out totally different. Physical, hungry, aggressive.
Chicago is a confident, cocky team. They've sort of breezed through the league all season. They breezed through the first round of the playoffs, and right now they're being challenged.
Big jam by Ewing. They are stunned here at Chicago Stadium.
They shocked us the first game in our place, which was very embarrassing to us. This team is for real. If anybody took them for granted, certainly we realize that they're a team to deal with.
If New York has an advantage, it's the feeling that they can muscle Chicago inside.
McDaniel into Ewing for the jam.
This is a big, physical, wide New York team that plays you tough, and it takes its toll on you.
Purdue with the bad pass. Wilkins follows. Jordan knocked it out of bounds. Chicago ball.
What a great effort by Michael Jordan.
Down for Jordan off the screen. Makes the move. Comes back into the equipment. It's a steal by Jordan.
We seemed to have control of the series. We never really did, and they kept coming and taking it back.
Shot clock to 3. Ewing with the steal. It's a 3-on-1. Jackson behind the back.
People think because the Bulls are the world champion, we're supposed to just lay down and just let them do whatever they want to us. Hey, this is a game. This is a man's game.
Hit hard by Anthony, and Michael threw the ball at Anthony. Jordan is very upset. His ball, and he's fouled on Jordan with a recovery, and Jordan is fouled. And back come the Bulls. Oh, he is ripped by Starks. This has become a war. Here's Ewing. Yes. And the Knicks continue the incredible finish. They send it to a 7th and final game.
No, they're fighting like cats and dogs, and then we just fell apart.
You think you recovered? You're going home for this last
Do we have a choice?
Can you recover?
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Some predicted a sweep, most a 5-game series, but be honest now, nobody thought it would go 7.
If we see a New York victory today, this might well rank as one of the biggest upsets in the history of the NBA.
Now, the New York series was one of those fatherly advice type of series. So I kind of asked him, what should I do? How should I attack? Should I feed off my teammates, or should I go out and be the leader and let them follow my lead? And like most fathers, I mean, he said, take the lead. If they don't follow you, they don't follow you. But you have to take the lead.
Cartwright, there's fouled hard by Oakley again. It's a flagrant foul again.
And now, McDaniel wants a piece of Pippen.
I was ready to go blows with him.
Both clubs going at each other. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words.
I felt that I had to talk trash to the bully so we all can gain confidence.
Pippen to Jordan. Reverse, did he hit it with the left hand? Oh, what a skip by Jordan. Jordan on fire. Here's Jordan splitting through. Jordan with the steal. And then it's stolen by Starks. McDaniel shooting away Jordan. It's a complete block. Whose game
part of the role that I have on the team is to be able to lead. So that fatherly advice kind of worked in hand for me that day.
Jordan with the spin. And the Bulls just blowing it up. This crowd providing a standing ovation. The Chicago Bulls take this grueling series in 7.
It away, comes up with a steal, leads the break. Westbrook will finish. Here comes Ginobili. Nice lead from Parker. Oh, what a move. Where did he find the space to get it off?
In 1993, Michael Jordan and the Bulls did what no team had done since the Celtics of the 60s. Chicago won its third consecutive NBA title, and there was every reason to believe the dynasty would continue. But then in the fall of 1993, Michael made the announcement that stunned the basketball world. Saying he didn't have the motivation to continue, he announced his retirement from the game. The following year, the Bulls saluted their greatest player by retiring his famous number 23 jersey. And here's a portion of that ceremony.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
One more time!
In 1984, when the Chicago Bulls drafted me number 3, it fulfilled a dream of mine of playing professional basketball. I've always had that dream. You never know if I was going to ever achieve that dream. But through the grace of God, who gave me this talent, I was able to excel through every stage to get to this point. Thank you. As you know, life goes in a big circle. I want to thank my mother, my brothers and sisters, my relatives, my aunt, my uncles, my father, if he's listening. At the age of 12 years old, he got me started playing the game of basketball. And for 19 years, that's all I ever thought about, I ever dreamed about. And it's come to this day. No one ever thought it would come to this point. But I'm very happy that I've had the opportunity to play the game of basketball for the length of time that I've played it, and met as many good teammates, good friends, good acquaintances, good corporate business friends, whatever, financially friends, whatever you want to call it. Coaches who I've always admired, I've always respected. There wasn't one coach that I didn't listen and try to learn from. They all knew more about the game than I knew, and probably still know about the game, more about the game now than even I know at this point. But I respect them for taking the time to teach me the game of basketball. I promise it's going to be it to all of Chicago. Even though this is the coldest city I've ever been in, it's been a great pleasure to play the game of basketball. You have given me an opportunity to expand on my life. Me and my wife have 3 beautiful kids. I thank you very much for that opportunity. And I will be around Chicago, hopefully, for the rest of my life. But my home is still North Carolina, and I appreciate that opportunity. Thank you very much, and thanks for coming. I really appreciate that.
So after 9 magnificent seasons, Michael Jordan was going out on top at the age of 30. At least that's the way it seemed at the time. But many found it hard to believe he would stay retired. And as it turned out, there would be a second act to Michael's career, and then even a third. We'll follow the rest of Jordan's journey on next week's show. I'm Bruce Beck, and we'll see you then on Overtime, presented by America Online.
He's been out of the game for at least a year. He wants to come back, and this town is going nuts.
Michael, please make my life complete. Come back.
Michael Jordan announced today he's coming back to basketball.
He will play for the Bulls tomorrow against the Indiana Pacers.